All right. Um, this is the TGC Tours Rookie Design Challenge 2019 playthrough. Gonna play through a couple courses today. This is first one will be Royal Bahiir. I don't know much about this course. Play black tees. Pin one's fine. Hey, what's up, Jamie? All right. All right. So we have a hmm, looks like desert. Looking to see the rocks here and see how they come in and look at if there are any cactus. A really cool look. I like the way that the heavy rough is added in to create a lush environment all around. Gives you a good scope of the playable area, and then the bare areas or the natural terrain is used really well to frame the whole, which is important. Um, in desert and steppe. All right. Jamie says it's desert. And it's supposed to be Emirates. Which makes sense why it's called Roba here. Um, Shapes look good. Um, Nice and smooth. This one's a little less smooth over here. Sculpting's a little. There's a couple of look like little pits there, and this shape is not. Could be better. But overall, pretty good. Uh, Wide landing area. You get this narrow neck here. I guess from a shorter tee, we could hit to this area, which would be an interesting way to play the hole. But from back here, I've got this wide space, which is plenty of room, but it narrows down pretty quick to here. It's not bad. Okay. Good hole. I like the sight line. Bunkers are sculpted well. They catch the shadows really nicely. That second shot's a really good look. Right, green is a little. Um, okay. When someone says you might make a comment that these are like washboard greens, what it means is there's not a lot of contouring on the green, but the green is just tilted. So the entire green is like a graded slope, except for there's a false front. So it's a little bit of that. Um, all right, I got 19 feet plus 4, so. So the thing about the consistent grading is that it's effective in excuse me. Um, so it's effective at actually emphasizing being below the hole rather than pin high. Um, and that's a good thing. It's just that they because if they continue, then it'll be a little repetitive. Jimmy says not to worry. All right. Now it's this whole par five. It's just cool idea. Um, Again, even with master clubs, I don't know that I reach this neck under most conditions. Like a 340 to that spot. It's probably more interesting from a forward tee. Looks good. Second shot. Okay. So got multi-tiered green with a runoff on the left side of the top tier. So I'm assuming this pin, another one maybe back right in this little valley, and then one front right. I guess you can go back left and front left. I can't really see the slope from here. I think this tier is a little big, a little long. I mean, this slope from this tier. Again, it's starting from the left, starting from this yellow here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 25 feet of slope. That's a big area to have a slope. And what it means is if I happen to miss, that it's going to be extremely penalizing. For a short par five, I don't particularly mind that part of it, but the slope is a little bit big. The bunkers are all taken into consideration with all club sets from all tees. I understand that. I just think, like, when I'm playing this, I don't think master clubs hit it so far forward that I hit this neck. I'm hitting it to this spot here with masters. So if I'm up a tee, now with pros I'm hitting it here, and masters I'm hitting it to here. If I move up another tee, now I've got this. I understand. So I think it's not a bad thing. It's just a comment that I think, necessarily playing it from the tips might not be the most interesting. If I was to schedule this, I would actually look to move up a tee box so that I'm bringing this into play. That's the point I'm making. Not necessarily that it's a bad thing. I missed. I put myself in like the worst spot. It's about as bad a spot as you can be. That works. That's not too bad. And Jamie, don't get me wrong. That's fine. I did it with Dawkins Harbor. Is I built around my middle tees and then added a back tee in case anyone wanted to play the course at a really long distance. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So don't assume, hey, I'm playing it from the tips. I'm looking at it has to be from the tips. No, that's not the case. So here, these bunkers definitely get in the way. It's short enough where laying up to this area gives me a reasonable shot. Even if I really wanted to play it safe and drop back here, I'd have a mid iron here, but I could hit to this neck. I like this. I like the design of that. I like the look. I like the planting. Looks really good. Everything is really framed nicely. I understand completely. I use mobile almost all the time. All right. Interesting green here. Size is fine. So we're catching a lot of slope from this bunker. Now, unlike the last hole where I thought it was long, I don't mind this so much. For the reason being is that there's a hazard here, um, and there's no pins that I could miss this and end up on the wrong side of this slope. So in that case, even though it's long, it works fine. Makes this green more interesting, especially for pins that are, maybe there's a pin right there that you 100% do not want to be in the bunker or miss to the right here. You'll have a hard time stopping any kind of pitch or chip or flop or anything coming down this hill. If the pin were up here, right, like right here, with the pin right there, and you basically have to play here, right? You would want to hit it here no matter what. Um, so I like the beach. Check the beach out. Really good job with the beach. That looks really good. I think this green might be a little small. Oh, you'd be surprised what anybody looks at when we're playing the course, especially if something's interesting back there. We'll look all over the place, find Easter eggs and stuff. You'd be surprised. Check this out. Okay. My one comment about this is I like the idea. Um, I think this area here um, should be depressed a little bit, like a little ditch, and plant in rocks in there, and then have this walkway kind of over it. And that's why that would explain why you need the walkway and why the grass doesn't just run through. Um, that's what I would do. I would just depress this area a few feet, and then have a little bridge over it. Even if you'd use the same walkway, um, that's what I would do. And I'm curious why on this side the walkway doesn't reach the fairway. It stops right at the end of the grass, but on this side, the walkway goes all the way to the fairway. Uh, so just those little details make this look like it's out of place a little bit. Like I said, just depress this, build it over here, and have it end at a consistent point, and it would look really, really good. I like the idea. Alright, I imagine from a forward, again, I feel like I should be playing this course from a forward tee. Because this would bring that into play. Okay. I think this green also is a little small. For most holes, this would be an appropriate size green, but you've got a 500-yard par four uphill, so I'm hitting 200 into the green, and then this green is a postage stamp. It's well guarded on three sides. Um, it's a tough green to hit, and it rolls off the back. See that slope back there? So if I'm low on this shot, I risk running through. In fact, I have no way to hit this green. That's a really nice look. This looks like a fun hole. Pin back there. I wish your greens were all about this size. This is a little bit bigger than the last two holes. Now that first hole really feels like a warm-up hole now. First hole feels like it's on a different course. Right here is where the water is going to gather. The minor thing that I noticed. Someone pointed out to me, or in a contest one time, and now it's stuck with me. Here's another place. Right here. Where the water will gather, so you'll have a puddle here, and a puddle here. On this green. But someone actually pointed it out one time. Now it's something I look for. At the time, it was like, what's the big deal? It's a video game. Yeah, it isn't something I thought of either until I was in a contest and one of the judges was basically all over it because he's a greenskeeper in real life. Like, that's his job. Right, I might not have many more comments. I'm seeing a lot of the same stuff. It's, really good. Sculpting is really good. That's consistent. So. Oof. False front. Huh. Ouch. Oh, I missed it. Yeah, throw your club. Yeah, it's tough green. It's fine. I don't really mind it. There's enough room. I missed. Yeah, another one. Uh-oh. Yeah, I really like the look of this course. You're out there. It looks natural. Um, but where there should be grass, there's grass. Desert theme's hard. So really good job. Um, to me, desert theme is the hardest of all the themes to plant. Get to look good because it's the me. I don't know if it's like that in this game, but in prior editions, prior versions of this game, the desert theme was the object meter would run out more quickly. This looks different from other holes for some reason. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's more open. I think it's because it's more open. Like other holes have had copses around, and this on the right side there aren't any. Oh, it looks good. It's just this looks this one hole just feels a little different. All right, same comment as I had before. This area here, like these are on hills, and I know you didn't want to block the tee shot. So either you'd have to raise these tees up and build a hill here, or build a depression that comes in this area and fill that, because otherwise this doesn't really make a lot of sense. Why wouldn't you know the course just plant that? Oh, it's so tedious. I remember those days. Can't quite reach it. Killed it. Oh, bad shot. Oh, of course, on this hole. Right, this is the hole where I hit it in the rough. 500-yard hole. I don't have a lot more to say. Uh, it's consistent. All right, part three. It's a cool look. That I don't have a lot to say. It's it means the course is consistent. Um, it's neither good nor bad. I mean, I like the course. That's, but that I don't have a lot to say. It just means that I have the same comments throughout the course. I don't want to just harp on the same points over and over. So great planting, lighting is good, bunkers are well sculpted. Fairway shape is good. Um, the bumpiness in the fairway looks natural. Um, I think I would, if I was to schedule this, I think I would move the tees up, um, just to bring more of these necks into play. Um, the only other change I would make, this is a really minor thing, is I would dial the green speeds down from 187 to like 177 or 180. And the reason I would suggest that is in tournament play, if it's 187 greens, then all you've got as a tournament admin is 187 and 163. Couple of comments about too many fairways being pinched. So the one thing about the fairways being pinched is it does seem to be a repeated theme, is that they all seem to be pinched in the same way, in that the tees I'm playing at for now, either I can't reach them, or if I do, then I'm hitting into the bottleneck. There aren't any holes where I have the option to hit past the neck. Um, Maybe it's 285, but it's a little downhill, or I have to think, can I reach that? Or I don't have a lot of options um, in terms of hitting to a different area. It's either I hit the neck or I lay up. So I think that sort of makes it feel a little repetitive. Um, so just think like if there's a chance where um, you could give an option. Maybe it's a longer hole, and the option is hit to the neck or try to hit over it, something like that. But just be careful so that you don't leave the layup spot to be too far away or have too long of an approach. So things like that. So if you're getting comments like it's too pinched, it just means that the way to avoid the pinch is the same hole after hole after hole. Maybe I'd like to see maybe more of a wider hole, but excuse me. more of a wider hole, and where the green is contoured in a way where you really want to hug one side or the other, um, and then there's a hazard on that side, uh, something like that, just so that you're playing. Oh, why did that go left? Um, if you have it wide like that, it just gives a different risk reward. The risk reward seems to be based on accuracy, um, without without playing. Hey, I want to play to the left or play to the right. So just a couple of different options on how to do that. And again, this just seems to decoration. There's no reason to hit it to this spot. It's hard to hit. It's a worse angle. Um, again, I've got this option to hit to this area if I had masters, which is a little bit pinched, or I could lay up to this area, which is a little safer. It's probably about the same size. I like this bunker here, though. It's interesting, with the grass here. I like the way it looks, even though I would never hit to that spot. The only thing I would say about this is the safe area, and this is the more difficult area, right? And I have the option to in here. Uh, I would actually eliminate this bunker and bring the fairway this way and add a bunker here, this area, and bring the fairway out here. So then the option is here or here, right? Then I would take this green complex and I would rotate it. I would actually mirror image this. Have this bunker on this side, have the apron run this way, so the apron runs down this way, and have the bunkers here. For the reason being that if I'm making this area here the safe area, now my second shot is over the hazard, and this area is, I took a risk to get here, and now I have a better angle to the green. Alternatively, I would take this bunker and put it here and mirror image these three bunkers so that this becomes the safe side and this is the risky side, and now I've got this shot in with this apron here. It's a wedge from here. I got 460. I've got 6 iron in. I ran off the back. Damn it. Oh, and 13 with the wedge. I'd have to go back and look at it. I don't remember it. I don't have the comments up on my screen, so I'm behind in the comments too. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, that's not fair. Uh-oh. Didn't plug. Man, the two longest holes I hit bad shots. Ran off the back again. That'll work. Ah. Bunker in the green. Alright, hold on. I'll take some time to look at this. This looks really cool out here. Alright, wait a minute. I hope that's the next hole. I'm totally hit the wrong way. Alright. That's a cool look. Like the rock formations on the back. Looks interesting. Like the rock placement here. Looks good. It's interesting. And maybe switch the rocks a little bit. You're not using the same rock over and over, but looks good. It looks cliffy. That's a different rock. Yeah. Bunker in the green. Yeah, it looks good. Looks neat. Again, it's club like this. Just awful for me. Oh, maybe not. No! That is a cool hole. It looks really good. You know, the bunker in the green is a gimmicky thing, but it works. Alright. Have you figured it out now? Okay. So the green speed in the designer is represented in a different way than it is when you're on the course. So it's frustrating to deal with sometimes. Uh, in the designer, it's represented like a stimp. All right. What's going on here? All right, you have some technical issue here. Something's going on here. This is light rough. All right, I'll show you what that is. David, it's the max length of a putt on a particular green. All right, so finally we have a split fairway and second option here, which I cannot reach. Yeah, just happened to notice it right here on this side. We've got light rough here. I mean, minor issue. It doesn't really affect anything other than just looks weird. Let's check out what's going on over here. This looks interesting. Parking lot. I'm not buying this parking lot. No. Don't get close. Stay away. Little rock in town. I think there's a town. There's no people on the town. No cars. The town's the ghost city. This building's in a bunker. Interesting. Yeah, it's off course stuff. Oh, there's a range back here. Alright, there's cars on the range. Targets. Alright. Oh, it's back here. This very square building has no doors. It's just the top of a building. How's anybody supposed to get in? Imagination. Oh, it's fine. It's not a. It's. It's nothing. That's not going to affect the score at all. Oh man, brutal. It looks good. It looks good. It's interesting. All right. Good round, fun course. Yeah, it's talked a lot. Shapes are good, lighting is good, sculpting is really good. Um, Technically, it's all there. Um, just like I said before, it's a little repetitive in the middle, especially in the middle of the course, um, where I feel like the the design concept of pitching the fairway was um, it, it was presented in the same way just about every time. Um, I think the course would play more interestingly from the middle tee rather than the back tee. But overall, it's really really good. Um, Technically, it's it's really really good. It's one of the best. Um, uh, the use of the desert theme is excellent. Um, just fantastic sculpting and bringing in and planting and being able to present the course with a bunch of different colors. The light sand, which doesn't quite match the bare um, hard pan color, so that's a contrast, and then using the grass and using the trees to bring in. So now you have the desert, and you've got different shades of brown and green. Um, really, really good look. Um, Overall for desert, an excellent job. All right, and this one took a little longer than I expected, so um, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for now. So I just don't have time to fit another one in. But thanks for watching, and we'll get more of these out as soon as I can. Thanks, guys. Take care.